If you've ever heard that beautiful fingerpicking pattern that has that alternating bass, and you want to learn how to play it, well, you're in the right place. And that pattern is called Travis picking. Now, this is one of the most famous and most popular Travis picking patterns, and it's seen all across songs like, Dust in the Wind. It's seen in country songs, a lot of times used by Bob Dylan, and it is just a great, fun pattern to play. And the reason I love Travis picking so much, you can sing over stuff, and you can really variate Travis picking so many different ways. There's literally an unlimited amount of patterns you can play with Travis picking. And once you learn some of these patterns, well, there's some common ones. Once you learn these common patterns, you can play hundreds of Travis picking songs. So in this video, I'm going to cut to it. We are going to learn this step by step. I've taught Travis picking to thousands of people around the world with my school, Acoustic.com, one of the world's biggest acoustic guitar schools. And I'm going to show you a step-by-step process in this video to do it yourself. All right, step one, what is Travis picking? I'm going to go over this really quickly. You probably already know what it is, but Travis picking is a finger picking technique where you have this alternating bass. Sometimes you have a melody and accompaniment notes inside. The main thing is you have this alternating bass, and then you switch to different chords. And now one really cool thing about it is you can also add melody notes inside. So I'll show you how to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can switch to any really chords you want. So that's what Travis picking is. There's thousands and thousands of variations. You could play a pattern like this. I'm sure you know this pattern. You can do patterns like this. You can do something like this. Actually that's it. I'll stop there for now because I want to get into actually playing it. But just know there is so many versions of Travis picking. Now, who made Travis picking? Well, someone named Merle Travis. Isn't that crazy? Merle Travis picking. He made this technique. Now, it was a little different. It was also used by Chet Atkins. Now, Chet Atkins has this crazy Travis picking style where he has the melody, he has so many different things at the same time. Now, we're not going to go over that advanced Travis picking style, which is actually more of a finger style. We're just going to go over the basic, pattern Travis picking style in this video. Although if you're interested in the full finger style technique, I recommend checking out my program, Fingerstyle Mastery, in the description. All right, let's go over this technique. Throughout this example, we're going to hold down a C major chord. So first finger goes to the first fret of the second string, second finger, second fret, fourth, and third finger on the third fret of the fifth. Now, with our right hand, what we're going to do is we're going to place our thumb on the fifth string, a bit of the meat of your finger, and then just place it on more of an angle. I like to always say with your right hand, it should almost be diagonal. Don't be like this. You want to be on that angle. Now, the first step is going to be just working on the bass. Work on the thumb. Pluck up, and then you move to the fourth string, pluck up. If you need to, hold your fingers down to give yourself a little more an anchor. So you just literally get comfortable doing this back and forth. You want to pluck, you want to place your finger down right before you pluck because you don't want to stop it or anything, right? Okay. So you just get comfortable doing this. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get our other fingers ready at this point. So what you're going to do with your right hand is we're going to pause for a sec. We're going to place our first finger on the third string and our second finger on the second string. Now let's start that again. Let's start that looping. And now what we're going to do is in between these bass notes, we're going to pluck our middle finger. And this is going to be our melody note. So we have this middle finger, middle finger, middle finger. So this is our melody note. Now from here, what we're going to do, after the second bass note, we're going to play our first finger. Now the reason for this is going to be the accompaniment note. So we have this. Now it's a little more difficult now because you can't anchor your fingers down. Okay, now we're gonna get a little more complicated. We're gonna do a chord progression now. So you might need to pause, learn these chords, but understand that the pattern stays the same with Travis picking. The only difference is sometimes you're gonna switch where your thumb is plucking. So what we're gonna do with our left hand is we're gonna switch to an A minor chord. 1, 2, get ready to switch. 3, 4. It's the exact same right hand pattern. And now we're gonna switch back to the C. Notice how it's just your third finger that moves, right? Just your third finger moves to make that A minor. Okay, here's where it gets tricky. The next step with Travis picking is you're gonna switch where your thumb is picking sometimes when you are playing a different bass. So we're gonna switch to a G chord. All we're gonna do is move our third finger to the 3rd fret of the 6th. And instead of plucking with our thumb on the 5th string to start, we're gonna go to the 6th string. Like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now put that G chord down and you're switching your thumb with your right hand. 2, 3, 4. Back to the C. So notice how it's that same pattern. The only difference there was that we switched our thumb. Instead of alternating from the 5th and 4th strings, we were alternating from the 6th and 5th. Okay, now we're gonna do it a little quicker. C to A minor to G. All right, starting now. 2. After 4, we're gonna switch to A minor. 3, 4, A minor. 1, 2, 3, to G. All right, next we're gonna get a little more complicated. I'm gonna show you how you can make it even better. So this is a new pattern. I'm just doing thumb, index, middle. So I'll show you some other patterns. This is called the thumb, index, middle, index pattern. Now, here is where Travis picking really starts to come alive, and that is when you add in the melody. So we can take this same C, A minor, G kind of thing we were doing, and we can add melody to that. So we have the same thing now, and we're doing a new pattern now, which is a little more complicated. It might take some time. Your right hand, your thumb's gonna be on the 5th string, and your middle's gonna be on the 1st. You're gonna go thumb, middle. Then you're gonna go thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index. So you have this. Thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index. And the reason this pattern's really cool is because we can actually add in a melody now. So I'm gonna play this. We're just gonna go through. I'll just play the chords a few times, and I'll get into it. 3, 4. Go back to C. You can always change that melody to G. Back to C. So notice how this is different because you can hear that melody, which is open, 2nd fret, 3rd fret of the 1st. that's the important thing with Travis picking. You always want to be able to hear that melody. That's what makes it so cool. You can keep that same melody with this. Open. Okay, that is the Travis picking technique. It is absolutely awesome. So the first thing you're going to do is, just get comfortable with the bass, add in the melody, add in that first melody, add in the accompaniment note, and then eventually, experiment with more difficult Travis picking patterns like I showed you. Now, if you're a little confused, then I'd recommend checking out my program, Travis Pick in 20 Days. I'll break down how to play your first 4 Travis picking patterns over 20 days. We break everything down, step by step. So one day you'll just focus on the chords. Another day you'll just focus on, one part of the pattern and so on. Just the ebook has been downloaded, thousands and thousands of times. It's actually one of the most successful programs we have. So you can check out the description for that. And if not, make sure to subscribe down below. We post every single week. You can also put, ideas in the comments or check those out to see what people like. So hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to check out the description for the Travis Pick in 20 Days program, and I'll see you in the next one.